Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the Tarot for adults. That is, people who take tarot seriously, who understand tarot, who want to learn how to improve their manifesting abilities in a conscious way. Not something subliminal, not something subconscious. The way all of us pretty much activate our manifesting abilities. We're born with that ability from birth, but it's kind of taken out of us. Remember, for people who are listening right now, who have children, probably as a parent, one of the most exciting times is when they begin to walk, when they begin to talk, when they begin to move around. It's great as a parent in the beginning, and then of course you realize they can talk back and they can walk away, and it becomes a much more difficult game. But as a parent, that is probably one of the most exciting things that can happen. And as we go through life, the idea of walking and talking, of saying what's on our mind, of being able to move freely, taken away from us. Just was reading a story about a relatively new study that is one of several studies done over several decades that shows when they checked a 5-year-old's capacity, they went to a couple of schools and they checked their IQ, 5-year-old's IQ. 98% of the 5-year-olds registered as geniuses. By the time they got to high school, it was 50%. By the time they graduated from college, it was 2%. So here you have, as a 5-year-old, capacity for genius, 98%. By the time you graduate from college, just 2%. So the idea of manifesting, of being able to put your life together on your terms, slowly removed. We tend to give it back to you. We begin with the card in the middle here. It is the Oracle card. It sets the mood, the flavor, the feel for the reading. Today it is higher power. Okay. So we will, in that sense, give it a spiritual connection, however you view your personal spiritual connection. And it does support my belief as I get older that life is basically fate. And it's our living our fate, the stuff that's coming at us in our life that we have no control over. It's how we deal with those things that determine whether we get rid of karma, add karma, whether we develop a positive attitude, a negative attitude, whether we have integrity or we give it away. It determines our character as a human being. And so higher power indicates some sort of connection that may indeed be connected with my feeling about fate. But there's a little extra tossed in there, and the number up in the right hand corner is 4. 4 is stability, 4 is solidity, 4 is a square. You put 6 squares together, you have a cube. That's almost impossible to move, and that's what the 4 is all about. It's about foundation, stability, solidness. So tapping into this higher power, whatever you perceive that to be, becomes enhanced with your ability to manifest. And with that in mind, here's the meme for today. High frequencies will shatter anything that is not authentic or true. That's the reason why the people that run the world don't want you to manifest. That's why at 5 years of age, all the kids tested in school, 98% of those kids qualify as geniuses, and by the time they graduate from college, it's only 2%. You are being cheated. It was designed that way, by the way. John David Rockefeller spent the equivalent of $2 billion back around 1900, 1910, and he did it to shape schools. He went in and he wanted to change our educational system. He said, I want a nation of workers, not thinkers. Guess what he got? What he paid for. So you are going to be given a chance to tap into your higher power. You're going to have a chance to fly above the clouds and make that connection that makes human beings special. We begin all the way to the left here with the Hermit card. That's what will be your initial step. Maybe something that you're doing right now. You're thinking to yourself, and summertime is a good time to do this because we tend to be out and about more, out in nature a little more, and that tends to resonate with some interesting growth spiritually and mentally. And so the hermit is looking inside. The hermit is looking for solitude, seeking understanding, inner guidance, trying to connect to that higher power, to that ability to manifest. What will happen as you're doing this is that your thinking will change. We're looking at the Knight of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas. Knights bring you gifts. So some gift is coming to you in terms of either some new information, some new perception, some new realization, inspiration. Something is coming at you, and you should be open to it because it will have a profound effect. But you need to put yourself into kind of a meditative state, that hermit state, to be open to this Knight of Swords. Next card up, in reverse, we have the Queen of Wands. Wands are positivity, enthusiasm, gratitude, joy, peace. It's being plugged into a life, not just watching it on some damn screen, but actually living your life. Remember, at least in this incarnation, I don't know if there's anything as reincarnation, no proof one way or the other, but let's just assume you got this life. This is all you got. These moments, you're listening to this tarot reading, you're never going to get them again. The most valuable thing that any human being possesses is time. And so to be able to get the most of it, you have to have this Wands energy. You got to be plugged into your life, and that's what the Queen of Wands is bringing you. Vibrancy, enthusiasm, confidence, living a life, not just observing it. And to top it off, at the end, we have the Page of Wands. Page always changes the storyline. You may be headed in one direction in your life, and all of a sudden, boom, something happens and you're headed in another direction, a better direction very often. Well, the Page of Wands says that's what you can do. Take some time in isolation, in meditation. Look for that insight, that realization, that inspiration. Build on that to build for yourself a positive, enthusiastic life. Feel like you are plugged into something real. But to do that, you got to tap your higher power through manifesting. That's the tarot reading for today. More tomorrow. Between now and the next time we tarot together, peace and blessings.